are not just working in their community, in their homes, or on their block, or in their community, but they actually are working abroad. So they have many outlets and many family members. Some have family members and friendships of all walks of life outside of the shores of America. That's bounding the shores of what? The international world. And we at the Halal Wealth Builders Dawah Network, we're all about worldwide communications and all about worldwide family and all about worldwide peace and worldwide strength as well. And all coming under the banner and the lifestyle and the direction of Rasulullah alayhi salam. So with that being said, once again, I want to welcome you to our very first one. So everybody bear with me. This is our very first international. And without further delay, let's put this right here. Let's see what we got. Any answers here? 7 and 8. All right, beautiful. Praise be to Allah. Once again, I want to say welcome to our very first. Where's my information? Oh, here we go. To our very first international presentation. My name is Khalifa Muhammad, and I am honored to be available for you in the midst of these hard and trying times. As you see, we have a number of flags, a number of shores that we have already boarded, already came on these shores. And that's the reason why we had to say that it's time for us to have a Pacific presentation for our brothers and sisters that are abroad. I want to first bring you to an amazing blessing that Allah Ta'ala has blessed us with, which is our very own website. When I say our own, yes, I mean yours too. I mean those of you that are in Africa, those of you that are in New Zealand, those of you that are in Trinidad, those of you that are in all points, north, east, south, and west. Yes, this is your platform. Why? Because other platforms want to govern the truth that comes out of our way of life. So if they don't see what we like, they will shut us off. They don't see what we like, they will ban us from their platform. Well, guess what? No longer can they do that. You know why? This is your platform. It's called the Halal Wealth Builders Dawah Network. And it involves an array of different things that we, as a growing community under Rasulullah alayhi salam and the Sunnah, that we prosper off and grow from, which is what? Economics. We have an economics aspect that is for everybody. What else do we have? We have the business aspect for those that are in business worldwide. And we even have our own social networking. What? Yes, a social network where we do not have to dodge through the crazy pornography and the language and that which is contrary to our way of life. We could just cut it on and enjoy any post, any information that we come across of. Better yet, it is something that you would invite your children to, something to make the ummah grow. With that being said, this is an at-cost metals presentation that the Halal Wealth Builders have partnership with. Why? Because at-cost metals is a company that parallels our way of life in terms of income and working and receiving income that is riba-free, no riba, no interest, and no usury. In fact, we really love it so much for the one simple reason. It is all about Allah's money. It is all about God's money. And that is a precious gift in itself. With that being said, I know this is an international presentation. The reason why Halal Wealth Builders was erupted and constructed was because of all the ills that we just named that we're trying to get away from. And the Halal Wealth Builders got together and found out that there is a way of life that we can have that's river-free, that's productive. But there's a reason why we here in the United States had to be forced to run away from that which was forced on us. I'd like to share a little bit of that and then parallel that with what's happening with our brothers and sisters overseas.
The world is changing faster than ever. What used to take decades is now taking years or even months.
What you see right now is the illusion that people have had for many decades about the workplace being this secure place to work the rest of your life.
For the first time in the history of our nation, our children will not do as well as us.
We've seen our friends get laid off. We've been laid off. We've had our pay cut.
People are overworked and underpaid. They seem to have less time and less freedom. They live under constant pressure.
This is going to be forced. And so even if your employer loves you, they may have to cut you. There's something wrong that on Monday morning, the heart attack rate increases by 35%.
Technology is accelerating, job security is declining. It just doesn't seem like the old models of making a living are as reliable as they used to be.
Every aspect of our lives, there's a better way out there, but we're still doing it the old way.
We live in the greatest country on the planet, and there are a lot of people sitting around complaining and being cynical.
Like everyone's whining about this old model, and I'm like, why don't you leave it? Look at all this over here. Look at all this opportunity.
Since so much of our lives revolve around our work and the way we make our living, many people are thinking there just has to be a better way.
The biggest challenge facing our world today is not making money, is what are we going to do with all the displaced, unemployed people?
People are afraid that they're going to make the wrong decision. People are afraid of the unknown. People are afraid that maybe I don't have the skills.
Hey, sports fans, industrial age is over. It's dead. It's dying. That's why going to school to get a job is an obsolete idea. A steady paycheck is an industrial age idea.
Now, as we shared that video, that was to give us here in the United States, in America, a big view of, hey, what we were up against, what we were put up against. Are we going to pass or play? Are we going to just samba in this state of mind, or are we going to get up out of it? So we had to come together as a unit, as a group, as a unity, as a ummah, as a family, and say, look, that we don't have to live that way. The creator of the world has given us an opportunity to get out of there and get away from him. Come out of her, my people. That is what we had to do. And yes, sometimes it might not feel pleasant. Yes, sometimes it might be some sacrifice. But with every level of success, there's a level of sacrifice. The bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the success. And the question should be to all of us is like, how much are we willing to sacrifice? So as this being an international presentation and you seeing the struggles and the mishaps that's happening in America, let me just share something with all of you that are there overseas. Your brother, Khalifa Muhammad, I personally know the struggle. Why? Because I spent many years living overseas. I've witnessed the struggle that has been happening with our people firsthand. And then I don't put a blind eye to what's happening in the news. And we in America, we shouldn't. We are each other's brothers and sisters keepers. That's right. So those of us that are here that have the strength to say Salaam Alaikum, peace to you, and someone overseas can say the same thing, guess what? That's our brother and or sister. When I came from Umrah, there was no colors. It was all straight love. Love of who? Fisa be Allah. Love of the creator of all the worlds. So when we got this opportunity here in America, and I was able to get with the Ummah, the community here in America, and help by Allah's permission to make it grow in knowledge, knowing that what we're bouncing on and embarking on is riba free, interest free, and usury free. Guess what? I came and we came into the knowledge and was introduced to individuals here that had family overseas, that had family in other areas of the world, some good areas and some not so good areas. But when that hit me, I was right away said that, hey, we have to bridge that link. We have to bridge that gap between here in America and our brothers and sisters overseas. When we got with this company that we're about to introduce to you, that Halal Wealth Builders have partnership with, we understood that they understood. And when they understood that we understood, the first question I asked was, can we help our brothers overseas? And their first answer was, of course. So I'm happy to let introduce you to the company and a small, quick overview of what it is all about.
In the grand scheme of wealth preservation, purchasing and storing precious metals can be a daunting endeavor. The hurdles are many, from high markups and hidden fees to the logistical nightmare of secure storage. Even figuring out the authenticity of your purchase can be a nail-biting experience. Imagine a world where these complications are no longer your concern. Welcome to the future with at-cost metals, where the complexities of traditional methods are replaced with simplicity, security, and savings. This is the world of our membership-based service. For an annual fee of $149 or $399, you gain access to a treasure trove of benefits that make precious metals purchasing a breeze. Picture this: buying precious metals at cost, with no markups, no hidden fees, just the pure value of the metal itself. But the advantages don't stop there. Our service doesn't just give you precious metals at cost, it also provides a digital and physical vault with the highest level of security. No more worrying about burglars or natural disasters. Your precious metals are safe in our DApp vault, accessible anytime, anywhere. Now, you might be asking, what about shipping? We've got you covered. Enjoy free or at-cost shipping, depending on your membership tier. This means more savings for you, more value for your investment. In the world of precious metals investment, our service is a game changer. It's not just a better way to buy and store precious metals, it's the best way. Don't let the complexities of traditional methods deter you from the lucrative world of precious metals. Sign up for a membership today. Secure your wealth, ensure your future. Welcome to the new age of precious metal investment. Welcome to a world of security, simplicity, and savings.
Security, simplicity, and savings. That's what she said. And I'm telling you right now that this is what myself, my wife, and many of the Halal Wealth Builders have already experienced. I want to give a big shout out before we begin the intricate part to a sister that reached out to her people immediately and was able to bridge the gap immediately, put them in contact with the Halal Wealth Builders immediately, and they all immediately saw the opportunity and signed up. So I want to give a big shout out to our Sister Zainab. Sister Zainab, inshallah, will be our international representative. That one that will make a smooth transition for anybody on the other side of America. So with that being said, we'll be getting with her to see how we can help her to make that transition much easier for anybody that's joining up from overseas. Let's talk about it now. Let's really get into it. We've introduced you to At-Cost Metals. At-Cost Metals is the company that we have partnership with because Halal Wealth Builders, Dawah Network and Halal Wealth Builders, we actually are traders. Yes, we have a platform that allows us to trade and trade international too. But we saw the opportunity of this phenomenal company called Aquos Metals. And why is it phenomenal and why is it successful? Well, here's a couple of reasons. First thing, requirements for a successful company is perfect timing. Once again, if you look out your side of your door, you look out your window, you come out your apartment complex, or you look at the news and you see how the world is affected by many different things, mainly finances, because finances will dictate the economy and what's happening in your community, much less in your home as well. So when we have an opportunity to get with a company that is allowing us to be able to save in God's precious metals, sure sound money, and not only make a living out of it, but make a business out of it, especially at the time right now when it's hard to find a job, it's even hard to keep a job, just like we saw in the first film. I would say this is perfect timing. When we talk about the perfect products, there's no better product than precious metals that is instructed and is built and given to us by the creator of all the worlds. There's no perfect. What perfect product can we have other than that? And it's a perfect business model. It's a perfect business model. The business model is so good that once someone gets involved, they see the opportunity. Now, they already think right away, wow, this is a good opportunity for me. Why is it a good opportunity for me? Because I can rise, and when I rise, my family rises. So that's a great business model. We love it. It's more than one way to make some income. We love it. And it gets even better, family. It gets even better. Before we really get into it, we'll give a couple of statements from some experts out there. When I say experts, and when we say experts, we're talking about financial economy experts, regardless of how they look, what ethnic group they are. Facts are facts, and reality is reality. Dr. Ron Paul is a congressman here in America, and he said more money is less values. More money equals less values. Well, what does that mean? That means that when countries and governments get in trouble and they just print more money. And whenever a country, or government prints more money, it actually makes the value of that money decrease. The value of the dollar bill in 1913 used to be worth $1. The buying power of the dollar bill now in 2024 is less than 5 cents. Now, many of you that are overseas right now have witnessed not only the same thing that witnessing with the dollar in America, but actually live in the areas where you've actually seen your government and people taking the fiat dollars and the fiat money and burning it in the street. In fact, you are first known to know the value of real money before we are. See, America has the blinds on our eyes. America is definitely always putting up some kind of shenanigans, blinding their people so that they can continue to have us not only in mental slavery, but financial slavery as well. But overseas, see, you're starting to shake the binds of America away. And how do you shake them? How is overseas shaking the binds of America away? By telling them, we don't want your dollars. Your dollars is not good over here, period. In fact, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be saving in gold and silver. That's what countries across the seas is doing. That's what possibly your countries is doing. Matter of fact, I know your countries is doing it. We'll get into that. In countries in Africa, Saudi Arabia, all of them are coming together and joining forces and pushing the dollar bill away from them and adjoining to Allah Ta'ala's money that he's given us, which is what? Gold and silver. When we get to that silver part, we got Robert Kiyosaki, a well-known, best-selling financial author. Is one of the greatest books that he's ever read, and it is transferred in many different languages, is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And he has said that silver may be the best possible way to build wealth. You know why I love that statement? Because he's actually recanted that statement. That statement from him and Dr. Ron Paul was made 20 years ago. So right now I can tell you that Robert Kiyosaki is saying now that silver is the best possible way to build wealth. See, back then he was buying silver like we was buying silver. He was accumulating silver like we're accumulating silver. But now today, he's getting silver mines. Why? So that he can start helping other people as well. The reason why this is so timely is, well, it was taken care of basically in the first film that we saw. And when we were talking about what's happening all around the world, this globally uncertainty all but dictate the necessity of a stable store of value. Listed in that, a stable store of value. The dollar bill is not stable. Its buying power is less than 5 cents. And every single fiat country around, fiat dollar, fiat bill around the entire world is losing its buying power, losing it. And I'm going to tell you why. You know why? Because that money was actually backed by the dollar. So when the dollar goes down, their money goes down too. Excuse me. So inflation is definitely winning. And it's real and it's really bad. We see it. If it doesn't affect us personally, we see that it affects someone in our family. We see that it affects someone in our neighborhood. And definitely we see it affects someone in our communities. So that means it's global. And housing and grocery and prices, definitely unstable. I don't have to tell you. When you go to the grocery store and you look at the prices now, you say, oh, I can't believe it. Yes, those prices are going sky high. When you look at just your housing, when you look at the light bills of last year to this year, you're like, what? Yes. Central banks are all printing money at unprecedented rates. You know why? Because they think they could just keep printing money and and get out of a situation. And you know why they can do that? Because they keep printing the money and then they're strangling and putting the community and the people on a financial stranglehold slavery. So when they saw that the community was waking up and they had no other choice, because why was the community waking up? Because there was businesses like At Cost Metals, and there was communities like the Halal WealthBuilders that got together and said, hey, enough is enough. We're going to wake our people up. No, you can't come over here. We're teaching and training ourselves of what is real. And what is real in today's time, we knew that it was going to be digital. A lot of things going to be digital. Things are changing right now. Come on, we're not using smoke screens and smoke signals no more, huh? We're able to talk by Zoom to people, countries all over the world at the same time, at different times of the world. So the technology has definitely changed. And when technology changes, the wealth aspect changes as well. And the first ones that's actually going to be on top of it is going to be the central banking system and things of that nature. Why? Because they don't want the people to release themselves into real freedom. So the banks are going digital too. Why? Because the banks know that we know digital is the way. So if they know we know digital is the way, they're going to try to take what we know is in the way and try to enslave us again. And I'll tell you how they're trying to enslave us. But I will first want to talk about BRICS. BRICS is the unified countries all over the world that's told America, we don't want your dollar. Your dollar's no good over here. If you want to deal with us, you're going to have to deal with precious metals. You're going to have to deal with gold and or silver. In fact, if you don't have that, you have to deal with us with God's precious minerals of the earth. That's how we dealing with each other. Just the other day, they was like, people, China's like, no, this is no good, no more. Saudi Arabia, this is no more. So what America has done is put together the digital aspect in every single bank and they're making the banks opt in. Why? Because the government now is taking it. The government now is a program where they're actually shutting down different operations. They're shutting down Cash App. They're shutting down Venmo. They're shutting down Zelles. Why? And they're getting involved. If they don't shut them down, they're getting involved with them because the feds know that we know that the life right now is turning into digital. And not only will we be able to save the money that we have, but being digital, we're able to put the money that we have to work. So if we put the money that we already have to go out and work harder for us than we did for it, that means that we don't have to work for them and build their dynasty and build our own dynasties. So the feds know that. So they're making these banks opt in for those of us, pardon the vernacular, are straight lazy. Oh, I don't want to learn this. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna just follow what they say. And when you do, then you're giving America, you're giving the government, you're giving the banking system leeway to be able to say, you know what? Now we can track your money. Now we can track what you're gonna do. Now we can track how much you want to spend and what you want to spend on. Fed now is saying, yes, not only are we tracking it, but we're gonna say you can't use it for that. You can't use it to buy your home. You can't use it to buy your car. You can't use it to buy your children this or your husband and your wife this. No, no, no. They are going to have the strength to do that. That's why it's so very, very good that we continue to learn and to earn with precious metals. And let's tell you the reason why precious metals. First and foremost, precious metals, gold and silver, holds real tangible value. What is that? It will never go to zero. You will never see people just taking gold and silver, being mad at it because it's not having no value power and throwing it out the window in the streets like they doing with the dollar bills and different currencies all over the world. That'll never happen. Is it time tested? Of course. How could you prove it? Because God, the creator of all the worlds, when you and me and everybody all the way back to Adam, alayhi salam, gold was here. Is it a hedge against inflation? Of course it is. Why is it a hedge against inflation? Because everybody knows the value of gold. Everybody knows the value of precious metals. Everybody knows the value of silver. When there's different companies all over the world right now, see, when the dollar bills and fiat money goes down, their business goes down. So they're going to have to change for the times for their business to stay up and right and exact. So they say they're not going digital. Okay, the community and the buying power is going to make them. If you want to stay open and you want to keep your people going, you're going to have to go digital. So they're starting to go digital. And now the dollar bill's not doing nothing, and they're going to say, what's going on? What do we do? They say, well, you need to do cryptocurrency. They're doing cryptocurrency. And now added with the gold and silver, guess what? There's companies all over the world right now today that is starting to accept gold and or silver and cryptocurrency more than that dying fiat. Is it easy explainable? I am going to just put it in your hands. If I gave you $10 and $10 worth of gold or silver, which one would you keep? Even children would know the answer to that one. So our business model with the Halal Wealth Builders partnership with Atcourse Metals. Atcourse Metals actually has developed relationships with the largest market makers in bullion and numismatic coins all over the world. And those relationships that they built come from a 35 plus year apiece. It's two people relationship in that industry. Yes, they've met the billionaires and the millionaires and the trillionaires in the industry of precious metals. When before and prior to At Cost Metals pre-launch, they have made their own networking software. And you know why? Because they've been in the business to a long time. And they see the struggle that many people was having because they see the opportunity, but the struggle was trying to get it to other people that they knew that they really want to help and save. Either they didn't know how to talk, they didn't know how to say it, they couldn't express it right, they didn't even know how to get it out to them. Well, the owners of Atcourse Metal has made it very simple for you, and they have made their own network of software that will do all of that for you. All you have to do is press a button. Selling precious bullion metal at cost is one of the best features that we have. What does that mean? That means you get whatever it is that you're trying to get at cost. That means no overhead. That means you're not paying nobody for bringing it to you. Listen to this. That means there's no riba, no interest, and no usury. And it has a pay affiliates for finding other customers. I told before that, you know, when you see the beauty of this opportunity, that you're going to be telling everybody like whom? Probably and hopefully your family. You want your mother, your dad, your sister, your brother, your husband, your wife, your sons, your aunties, uncles. You want them to know this opportunity is for them. For what? For the growth and the strength of who? Your family. And when each one of us do that for each one of our families, guess what we just done overnight? We've strengthened the community. And when the community over here gets strong and this community see it, and they, Rasulullah alayhi salam said he would love to see a strong ummah. Manage and anticipating growth. Well, the Halal Wealth Builders have grown expeditiously in just the last 30 days. Because why? We have seen the opportunity. Most of us have been living this lifestyle for over 5 years. Yeah, that's right. My wife and I, and many of the Halal Wealth Builders have been living off of gold and silver for the last 5 years. So the growth is beautiful. A little bit more about the company. Yes, it is a brand new company. That's what makes it so great. Why does it make it great? How many times have you been and gone to a job interview and started working with the job or whatever, you start working with this or you want to get into this business and you've been right there at the beginning of the business, knowing that it's going to prosper some type of way. If any of us right here had the opportunity to get with Bitcoin was 5 cents, I'm sure you would buy at least $20, $30, $40, $50 worth of it, right? Knowing that it was going to be $60,000. That means 5 pennies. Right now, today, if you bought Bitcoin with 5 pennies when it was worth 5 cents, right now today, that nickel would be $67,000, $60,000. So it's offering true at cost price in metals too. When we say true at cost price in metals, this is phenomenal. You can get a list of our prices, and you could go to anybody that's business and company that's selling precious metals, and our metals will be cheaper. Not only will it be cheaper in price, but the quality will be better. That's correct. I've done it, and matter of fact, I did it yesterday, because one of our individuals, one of our members, he said, somebody said, well, they can, what about this company right here? And I was like, no problem. Let me check it out. Give me a second. I went on there immediately. Within 5 seconds, I saw that not only was their prices higher, but their quality of their metals was lower. Then we have valuable numismatic fuel residuals. What does that mean? That means that not only can you buy precious metals at cost, but you also have the opportunity to get the precious metals, the numismatic precious metals, which is basically collector's item metals. Yes, collector's items metals, where you can buy it at this price and 30 days later, it has zoomed to another price. 60 days later, 70 days later, zoomed to another price. And that's what the numismatic coins. So the lucrative compensation plan is amazing. Let's talk a little bit about the at-cost products. I did say that you can actually compare the products of any precious metals company, physically or online, we will have better quality and they will be at cost. So when we say the different companies, yeah, we're talking about the same metals, but we get them at cost. American Eagles, the Buffaloes, the Morgans, the Peace Dollars, the Canadian Maple Leafs, the South African Cougarangs, my favorite of all. We get the same coins, everyone, but we just get them at cost. And when we say generic bars and coins, and people say, you mean you get all of them? You mean the coins and like the bullion? I had somebody said that to me yesterday. You get the bars too and whatever that. Yes. Whatever anybody's selling, plus some, we do the same thing, but we give it to our customers and ourselves at cost. So what is the big deal? Dealer direct. Let's just spoke about dealer direct and at cost. If you buy from a dealer, you might get a very good price from the dealer. And let me say that again. You might get a very good price from the dealer. In fact, you might have been dealing with a dealer 20, 30 years. Say, oh, I get a good price. My dealer gives it to me good. Well, that's called dealer direct. Why? Because he could give it to you what he wants to give it to you at. That means no bearing on the price. It rather refers to whoever sold it to you. They know you. They say, I'll give it to you for this much. I'll give it to you for that much. But keep in mind, if he's given to you for whatever it is, he's making more of what he bought it for. So that brings it to at cost. At cost means that the price that the dealer pays, you pay the same price. Let me say that again. So you're telling me, Khalifa, that when I told you that, my dealer gives me a good price. Yes, but at cost, you can get better. Why? Because you will be getting it at the same price that the dealer that gives you a good price gets it. There's a little bit of comparison. It's like, different percentages that we like to take and let them know that at the time at the production of this actual presentation, at cost metals, ounce of silver was $26.48. And at the same time, was compared with companies all over the world and all over the internet that is selling precious metals, and their prices were $29, $90, $31 and change, and some of them all the way up to $33. So that means that each one of them coins was at least 12 to 18% more than at cost metals. So just think about it. Whatever it is that you're buying and you're spending, if you can get it for 12% to 18% less, and you could keep that in your pocket, would you want to do it? Of course you would. Let's talk about the DAP vault, the DAP vault. I love that. It's called digital and physical. Why? You, after coming with at cost metals, can link your financial institution to it. Or if you don't have a financial institution, you can send whatever it is that you have, and you can send it to this vault. When you send it to the vault, you're telling the people in charge of the vault, you're telling the vault with the push of a finger on your computer or phone, and tell them, what I want this $20 to be $20 of silver. And right away, it'll turn to silver. You can say you want it to be $20 worth of gold. And you say, Khalid, you talking about $20? Listen to this. You can buy and put as less as $1 in the vault and make it gold or silver. $1 to $1 million to $1 billion. That's right. Right into that DAP vault. Digital and physical. Digital meaning you can make it turn into the digital product and have it in your possession. Or you can bring it and have it out right to your home, physical. Let me tell you the value of that. When you have your money in the bank, say you got $500 in the bank. A year from now, you might have $501. The bank or your financial institution might give you $1. More than likely, though, you're going to have like $497, $498, $496. Why? Because the bank is going to take maintenance fees from you. So they're going to charge you for keeping your money in their bank. But if it's in the vault and you got that $500 in the vault, guess what? If gold or silver goes up $50 the next hour, guess what? Your money goes up $50. Guess what else you could do? You can say, I want that $50 right now. And you can take it right out right away. Now, didn't I say that me, my wife, my family, and many of the Halal wealth builders was living off of gold and silver for the last 5 to 6 years? That's how we've been doing it. Well, that's one way we've been doing it. So why the vault? Well, first of all, when we're collecting silvers and golds and precious metals, you don't want everything in the vault in your home. You want to be able to have it somewhere that's secure. And what better way to have it secure with the security of at-cost metals? The owners made substantial relationships throughout this world in that area, in that precious metals industry, and they've made friendships of all walks of life for those that protect it as well. So our precious metals will be going into vaults that governments actually have their metals in and their gold and silver in. They're protecting their gold and silver. So guess whose gold and silver is being protected at the same time? They have strict inventory controls. Ain't nobody one person going in. No, it's strict. Real-time reporting available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That means you have the ability to, anytime you want, to go check it, and anytime you want to say, I want to come to my house, anytime you want to say, well, I want to put this over here, I want to take this out, give me the interest off, all of that. And the shipping is excellent as well. Why? Because that also is either no cost or at cost. We cannot beat the value of the vault. I know in everybody's mind now, they think, what is this? This is going to cost a lot. You're talking about gold, you're talking about silver, you're talking about vaulting. Well, let's start with the vaulting. The vaulting, it goes by points. You know, for 45 points, you can have your put your gold in the vault, the platinum, the palladium. For 50 points, you could put the bullion, the silver in there. And for 60 points, you could put the certified coins, which is what? Your numismatic coins. You can put it in there, and guess what? It's protected. Everybody say, ooh, what about these points? I don't know about the points. In fact, we never said nothing about how much it costs, what the packages are at. Well, let me say this. If that makes sense up until right now, let's go right here to answer those questions that are already in your head. We'll start with the packages. And I always like to start with the very first one, that one that many of the Halal wealth builders have already gotten because why? Those of us that have been in the business understand that we are saving hundreds to thousands, tens of thousands of dollars just from switching from this silver and gold company to at-cost metals. So it's a no-brainer. They're picking the big package, which is the $399 Metals Plus package. Why? Because that gives us 18 months to be able to buy unlimited at-cost pricing of physical precious metals, bullions, and anything else that's under the at-cost metals company. Yeah, you got 18 months to buy everything at cost. Ooh, beautiful. Along with the opportunity, well, not opportunity, but along with being able to get 3 precious metals at the time that you get the $399 package. I love that because that says like the packages is basically free. Why? Because the cost of the 3 numismatic coins, it's going to value $399 or more. So for 18 months, you're getting a free package. Why? Because you're getting 3 numismatic coins and you got the ability to buy precious metals at cost for 18 months. And you get to use the vault for 18 months as well. Let me tell you one more thing about the vault. We've had a few members that have taken their big time, lifetime savings and put it in the vault. And in 8 days, their finances grew 300%. They hit me back, was like, hey, this is what happened. Oh my goodness. And what can we do? I said, well, if you want to take it out, you can take it out. And they immediately took it out. Why? Because their family was in hardships and they wanted to do some things, and they still are here right now with us today. Then there's those of us that say, okay, well, no, I don't have the $399 right now, but do you have anything? Yes, we have the $149 package that gives you the ability to be a part of the At Cost Metals family and utilize their services for a complete year, which is you can buy metals at cost for a complete year. Now, another opportunity that we have is the 75 Get Ahead monthly program. What is that? That means for $75 a month, you'll be able to get the numismatic coins, which is the precious metals collector's item coins, and they're MS70 or PR70. Let me tell you about that. They are the best and the best of the finest, purest quality of metals, precious metals that you can get. You get all of that for $75 a month. And I will tell you about each coin, it increases in value almost immediately. Me, myself, and many of the Halal wealth builders this is another reason why we're so happy, because in the other company, those precious metals or monthly coins was like almost $200. We wasn't really mad because we was getting those coins, and maybe 30 days later, that $200 coin was worth $900. 60 days later, 120 days later, it was worth more than $1,500, some $2,700. So we wasn't really mad at all because we were making some money, and well, we were making wealth. See, we are happy because we're here for the long run, making wealth for our generations that we will never, ever, ever, ever meet. Now, what makes it so good with At Cost Metals is that them same metals that we were getting for $200 a month, we can get for $75. That's a no-brainer. Let's go. So now let's get to the comp plan. Let's get to the numbers and the points. This is the affiliate part of if you deem to want to be a part of the affiliate program. What is that? The affiliate program is sharing it with other people, and you get residuals from the company when they take a hold of this opportunity. Well, some people say, man, I don't even want to do that. And guess what? You don't have to. This is not an obligated thing. You're not obligated to be a part of. You could just come on, you could just get your package, and you could just save in your wealth. You can just use the vault. You do not have to build a team. But for those of you that do have the courage, have the drive to build a team, those of you that have the drive to tell your family members, to bring your family members up, I know somebody that can use this, I know somebody that will be valuable with this, then guess what? The company pays you to do that. If anybody that you show this opportunity to gets the $399 package, you directly will get $50 immediately from the company and 100 points binary. Now, the points is going to add. I'll show you about the points, but you'll get 100 points anytime somebody get that. Whenever somebody get the 149 package, you get $25 directly, and you get 30 points binary. Now, let me say something like this. When everybody say points, that will be money that could be available from you, from the company. Anybody that will opt in that you bring in and they say, I will also want to get that $75 a month coin. I love that. Then anytime they do that, the company gives you 20 points. And then we have the specialty bullions. That's when it opens up and people just see, oh, I like that. I'm going to get that. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to get that. Oh, yeah, I like the Harriet Tubman coin. I'm going to get that too. Guess what? The company will give anywhere between 1 point and 50 points for any of those type of coins. Now let's go. When I said that points is money, you have two sides. When you're helping people out and you help two people out, you're going to put one on your left side and one on your right side. Don't worry about how you're going to do it, because that's what the Halal wealth builders come in involved in. See, we're not somebody that's going to get you here and just leave you. No, we help you all the way. We'll show you how to do this. But whenever you get 500 points on one side, the left side, and 500 points on the left side, the company says cha-ching, cha-ching, and they send you $500 immediately. immediately. Now we got matching bonus when you're on teams and you got big teams. You know, they give you 10% matching bonus on personal referrals and 50% commission when you come to the top of a network. Yes, and that can happen, and it won't be a lot of time for that to happen. I'd like to get to the ranks part because there's a lot of us that have been in different endeavors, and they kind of shy away because they say, "Oh, I can't get that many people." And then, wow, you got to get that many people just to do that, and that many people just to do that. Well, with the Halal Wealth Builders, we were blessed to have a few thousand people in the other programs, up to 10,000. And yes, we worked very, very hard, but we had to have a whole lot of money. I mean, pardon me, a whole lot of coins, a whole lot of people to get this kind of money. With Accor's Metals is beautiful, but just to become affiliate, you just got to get two people, one on the left and one on the right. When you have one on the left and one on the right, guess what? You have the ability to make $2,000 a week. Then it moves up to being a silver affiliate. That's having three people on the left and three people on the right. And then you have the ability to get up to $10,000 a week. And that's those of us that say, you know what, I'm in it like this. I got a big family, and I know I can. They need this, and we need them. Just to be a gold affiliate, you only need 6 people on the left and 6 people on the right. You have the ability and the opportunity to get $30,000 a week. Now, I know these numbers is outrageously hard to y'all because some of us ain't even making $10,000 a year. I want to say that myself, I started in this. Let me just get a whole lot out the way right now. I started in this industry off a fixed income. I am a disabled Air Force veteran that has a fixed income. And when I say I started off my fixed income, I couldn't use the whole thing because I still had to live and my family had to live. So I started from a portion of my fixed income in this business and got to where we at today. Now, I want to let you know that me and myself and many of the Halal Wealth Builders, we actually personally know individuals that earn $750,000 a month, $500,000 a month, $30,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $5,000 a month. I know individuals that have quit their jobs because they're making $4,000 a month. Why? Because they said, shoot, I was making $4,000 a month at my regular job, but I was there 60 hours a week. I was away from my family 100 hours a week. So now you're telling me I can make the same amount of money, staying at home, watching my children grow, and enjoying my life? I'll do this better. Many of them have already done it. So let's get down to the final information. They got additional compensation information, which is basically this. People say 500, don't worry. Them points add up very, very quickly. At cost prep metals just means that the price that the dealer gets, you get the same thing. For those that understand about the points, say, yeah, but what happens? I was with this other company, and when I had extra points accumulated, they just washed them points away, and I had to start from the beginning. You'll never have to do that here with at cost metals. The pay period is from Sunday to Saturday. And look, there's no holding back 2, 3, 4 weeks, none of that. None of that. I told you, when somebody gets awarded something from and they get from the company, it goes to your account immediately. There's an additional incentive here that's offered to everyone from the Halal Wealth Builders. It is a plus additional bonus, which is anybody that gets into sees the opportunity and gets into the at-cost metals and gets a package and gets that beautiful monthly $75 a month coin. Then I told you before that the Halal Wealth Builders, we do trading. And we have been blessed by Allah Ta'ala to be very good in the percentages of 87% success rates in trades. Well, yes, this is a industry that some people have paid $5,000 just to learn out of these classes. And then once they get out of the class, it was $10,000 to start being able to trade. Well, the Halal Wealth Builders is going to give this totally free for anybody that opts in to get the $75 a month numismatic coin. We will train you, we will teach you, we will trade with you, and you will do that with us. And we've like I said, we have an 87 success rate. We want to teach you for that as well. Lastly, before I show you the demonstration, we have pioneers that are well in the 80s that didn't even know how to turn on a computer. That right now today, not only turns on a computer, but is trading and teaching individuals how to trade. Let me show you one of the trades that your brother Khalifa did, following the educator. And listen, your brother really didn't know what he was doing. But one thing he did here, he had the educator say, look, just do what we do and follow what we'd follow and learn, and you can earn at the same time. Well, this just happened to be one of those times. This is how we learn. This is how we learn. This is how you earn and learn. You hear her?
We have a brand new calendar just opened up right now, and is a red calendar.
Look at that. You see that? That's the profits.
Down, baby. Down, baby.
Matter of fact, let me show you. That's the profits of the whole day. And this is only a couple of minutes.
And it is over. That's it.
Look at that. Look at that. All that in the green. That's all profit, baby. We're going to let you see it come right in, too.
For the whole week. For the whole week. Today's Wednesday. What's your score? Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Are we like 15, 16, 20 and old? I don't know. How many entries did you guys take? This is bear season. The whole entire week we've been selling. I think it was only one idea that I think we actually won. If I'm not mistaken. Right? Put in that job box. Matter of fact, Stacy.
Look at that. 16 seconds. We get ready to hit some. There you go. Boom. Look at that. Wow. There's another one coming in. Come on. Come on. There's another one that just came in.
7, 11. Wow. I know that your brokers right now have a lot of lines. A lot of red lines.
Yes, yes, yes.
7 and 0. 26 and 0. 20 and 0. 8 and 0.
Another 3 seconds. Look up, look up. Here we go. Another one coming in. Come on now. Come on. If you want to learn a trade and you want to learn a skill where you can sit home, make some beautiful money and enjoy your life and get your time back to yourself. Look at that. 25 seconds to go. 23, 22. Coming in. Get ready to come in with another one. Come on, come on. And then I'm just going to show you all at the end what it's all about. Listen to our educator. She's educating us. Uh-oh, look, 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4. All right, y'all, get ready. Here it comes. Another one's coming in. There you go. Live, baby, live. If anybody want to get down with this, hit us in the comments. I'm out. Your brother, Khalito Muhammad, and this is the Halal Wealth Builders. Peace. I just want to let everybody know that every time you heard that little bill, that was $546 going into my account every single time. Once again, I really didn't know what I was doing. Now, do we know what we're doing now? Yes, by Allah's permission, and we're giving it to everybody for free for those that opt in to the $75 a month program. As we continue, the bottom line is that we know that there's a better way. And that better way right now is doing for self. And we have the opportunity right now to do it with precious metals. At Course Metals have the best bullion prices and affiliate program ever. Let me say that. In the last 5 years, 6 years that myself and the Halal Wealth Builders have been in the endeavor, in the business, We have seen that this is the best affiliate program and best prices for bullion ever. And one thing that we'd love for you to do, we'd love for you to be a part of this. Why? Because if it's beneficial for us, it's beneficial for somebody else. And we here at the Halal Wealth Builders, we know that it's bigger than money. It has everything to do with helping individuals. It has everything to do with helping families. It has everything to do with building the Ummah. Praise be to Allah. The community and family puts a smile on Allah Ta'ala's face. So what I say, family, let's go. Now, there's no guarantees of regarding incomes in the Accords Metals opportunity. The reason why is the success or failure of each affiliate is personal. And as many of the businesses, depends upon each affiliate's skill set and personal efforts. Basically, what we're saying right here is that, hey, you plug in and you try your hardest to learn. You won't be by yourself. You'll be with educators and those that your sponsors and their sponsors, and as a team and family effort to help you get to whatever level you desire. And why we're so passionate to that? Because we didn't have it. We fell in a lot of ditches. We fell down a lot of hills, but we got up and we scraped ourselves off and we kept going because we knew it was good for us. And praying that we can be an example and a position to help others. And by Allah's permission, we are. I just want to say that that is our Accords Metals presentation for international presentation. And wanted to say, if there's anything that we said that Allah Ta'ala is not pleased, may He forgive us. But I want to importantly to say this, that if you feel that this is something that I definitely have to get into, get back with the person that invited you to this presentation. Tell them you're ready, and they will get you with myself or any other representative for a three-way to answer any questions that you might have to help you get on to this next project. Okay, my name is Khalifa Muhammad, and we usually will just like end it right here. So we're going to end the taping aspect right here.